Hey, it's Manny. Somebody's been out for a while now, and like most things in Division, I try to come up with solo strats for them. So in this video, I'm going to go over some tips and tricks for completing floors 91 up to 100 solo. I'm not covering floor 100 in this video. I'll cover that in another later video. The tips here are going to be fairly generic in general and can be used on any floor, but they're most applicable to the higher difficulty floors because you have to take your time. I do recommend making sure you do have a high DPS build before attempting this. It is unforgiving. I'll leave a link to a video with a build I use in the description below. Before we start, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you know when there's new videos. And if you're looking for someone to game with, you can find me and other players in the Militia Discord server. The link is in the description below. All right, so the first tip is we're going to kind of hang back a little bit. We're not going to run right in. We're going to set up our turret if you have one or anything else you're going to do. Hang back. If you have cool skills, wait for your secondary skill to cool down. For me, it's my shield. I'm also going to build up my focus before I go on guns ablaze. And so first, we're going to get everything set up, get ready. It's difficult. This is floors 91 to 100, but however, this can be done on any other floor if you're having trouble with, such as heroic or anything like that. Just don't rush in. Hang back. And remember, it's always about that right peeking, and you'll do fine. This next tip actually builds upon the first tip, which is, don't rush in, but also clear all enemies before completing the objective. Things like EMP jammer, capture shade tech, destroy the hive, and hack a turret. This is easy if you don't have the fog of war directive on, because you can easily see in your mini map if all the enemies are dead. And once they're all dead, then you can run in and just capture the objective or take care of whatever you need to do. If you have fog of war, it might be a little harder. I think you see now that my map is clear, I have no enemies around. I'm going to run over and actually capture the EMP. If you're not familiar with the EMP objective, basically you want to hide behind things. The EMP is going to do damage to you and knock you out of cover. So just crouch behind cover. You'll be okay. Once it gets to 100%, just shoot it and you'll be fine. Shade tech's very similar. Just stay out of cover. Stay behind cover so that deployed turrets and stuff can't shoot you. That's it. Here's an example of destroying servers for a hacked turret. You can see that there's my minimap is clear. So I'm going to run in, not get near the turret, just destroy the servers. I was able to actually shoot one of the servers in the start because you can see it from the doorway. The last one I couldn't, so basically just take care of that. All right, so here's a good tip based off a mistake I made. I didn't realize what this area was yet. I said secure the area, but as soon as I ran through a little bit, then all of a sudden it says hacked warhounds. So for hacked warhounds, you want to actually destroy the server terminals first. Do not go in there and start shooting like I just did. Don't set your turret up. Move around the exterior of the building, or the room I should say, and find out a good location where you could shoot all terminals. So they could be 2 to 3. This one has 2. Not too bad. I can see one here, and then I turn around the other side and I can shoot the other one. I got lucky that the warhounds didn't come over to me and kill me right away, but just be careful. Sometimes, like I said, you want to figure out what the room is first. I thought it was just to secure the area, but it turns out it was a warhound one. Could have turned out disastrous, but I ended up getting lucky. Another tip is whenever you move from objective to objective in the hallway, always look around. They could enemies can appear anywhere. As you can see here, I'm gonna get restock, and there's some guys sitting right there. Luckily, they didn't see me while I was restocking because I'd be in trouble without my shield up and my back turned. So just be wary of where you are and always looking around the corners. Don't just rush across like there's no one there. All right, so one tip on hack terminals. The only way I figured out how to do this one myself is switching my turret out for a decoy, because when they open the doors, they end up annihilating me before I can get anywhere, and I end up dropping. So what I do is I throw my decoy out, they target the decoy, and I can get out of the room. So I don't try to hack the terminals the whole way. I just activate them and get the mobs coming in the room. So I'm looking around the room right now, seeing where the doors are, where the terminals are, where I think they're going to come out. And I'm going to try to put the decoy in a place where when they come out the door, they'll see it first and not me. Now there's one door behind me over there, so I'm going to toss the decoy that way. So if they come out that door, they'll shoot the decoy, not me. It's the closest door to my location, so that's where we're going to put it. Now we're going to hack the terminal. I think I get lucky and they don't actually spawn on this side of the room, but I don't bother with trying to even stay in the circle. I just run out of the room, turn around, clear the room, and then we do it again. All right, so we took care of the first wave. Now we're going to rinse and repeat. So we're going to put our decoy down, but I was going to put it over here, but I'm like, yeah, you know what? They didn't come out that door, those doors anyway, so I'm going to drop it over here where they can see it right away so I don't have any risk of getting hit. So now we got a decoy out. We're actually going to interact, but I waited a little bit because I do have cool skills, so I'm waiting for my shield to come off cooldown. I hang out in the circle a little bit until I hear the doors open, and I run out. I do have fog of war, so I can't use the mini map to know when they're coming out. So you have to listen for those doors opening. Now I take care of this wave, we'll do it again. All right, so now this is the third time we're doing it. It was a good place for the decoy, so I throw it in there. Now on the third time, I capture the first terminal. So you'll see, and you'll hear the doors open up, but I hang out a little bit longer just to get the final capture. Typically on this one, at about 90%, the doors open up and they come out. But I usually hang out for another second or two, grab it, and then get out of the room. Once again, so we're making our way to the second terminal. This room only has 2. Sometimes there's 3 hack terminals, there's less 2. So looking around the room, where am I going to put my decoy? I want to put it in a place where I'm not going to get destroyed. And I throw it here. All right, so we're going to start hacking this terminal. As soon as we hear the doors open up, we're taking off. We're running all the way back to the entrance. We're not fooling around. There's no reason to wipe. It's kind of annoying to wipe all the time, so we just do it this way. Run right out the entrance, take care of the wave, and then go back and do it again. All right, this is the 5th and final hack, and no enemies are going to come out. So I still throw my decoy just in case, you never know, because there's things like there's chunguses and dogs that come sometimes. In this instance, I didn't have any chunguses or dogs, but the dogs can be difficult, and if you get them with a chungus, it can be really hard. So this one we're going to go up to 100%. You notice I go to the edge of the circle so I can run out just in case someone spawns, but it doesn't. We capture, complete the objective, and we move on. That's it, guys, for that one. All right, for this next tip, if you don't have to, don't open doors. A lot of these doors you can actually shoot through the glass. It makes it so much easier because they can't charge you. So just hang back and shoot them. You can easily run away, get your armor back, and take care of things without actually dying. So don't open the doors if you don't have to. This is a case where they're in between rooms, but sometimes objectives have these doors, so use them to your advantage. All right, so my next tip involves my least favorite objective, all right? So when you hear out the call for rogue striker drone,
detected.
Go find yourself a safe hidey hole and equip a skill build. That's at least how this is the only way I've been able to do this one successfully, is especially on the higher tier floors. Lower tier floors you can get away with doing some stuff, but higher tier, equip a skill build. I go with striker drone, and I go with the jammer pulse. I was also lucky here. I was able to use my loadout and just equip it quickly, but sometimes you're in combat, run away, hidey hole, and then you have to run through quickly, individually choose your items. It shouldn't be too bad unless you have 100, you're fully loaded backpack, but just do it quickly. This is probably one of the quickest objectives though too. So deploy your striker drone, run in, go hack the first terminal, and then you want to take the cover behind something. Unfortunately, it takes a while for it to actually hack the terminal. So wait till the drones come up to you, and then you want to pulse them. Once you hack the first terminal, move to the next objective and do the same thing again. Your striker drone should hopefully take care of most of the drones for you, and then by the time you hack and get behind cover, your jammer pulse hopefully is ready. The striker drone should help keep like the suicide drones off you too. Now this is this is actually a 3 terminal hack. Typically I get 2s, but 3s sometimes happen, and you know, it's the luck of the draw sometimes. But this is probably the easiest and best way I figured out how to do this. That was some bad luck with some fire in this area. So as you're running up, you might want to actually shoot any containers, gas containers, and things like that. Don't be afraid to use your armor kits as well. Hack the last terminal, go to cover, and use that jammer pulse once it's ready. Now, since we have a skill build, we're not actually going to do damage with our rifle, but we can actually shoot the suicide drones. So make sure you take those out at least. Once you hit 100%, objective's over, you win. And move on. Another tip is, if you have a directive like ammo hoarders on right now, once you finish objective, and especially when you're near the beginning of a floor, always run back and fill up your ammo, because you usually have 2 to 3 objectives per floor before you complete a floor. So make sure you run back and get that ammo, because you will run out on the next objective. Just remember, if you live and die by that last tip like me, then once you hit the ends of a floor, you don't need to actually run all the way back, because there is a resupply at the beginning of every single floor. So floor 92 is cleared. I can run forward and actually get ammo before floor 93, or on floor 93, I should say. And always make sure you're listening for that checkpoint cache key. As you can hear, it just dropped there. Now, what I typically do is, if I don't have Fog of War on, I'll look around my mini-map, use my mini-map to know where it's going to be located. You can see on the mini-map, it's on the floor above me right there. And the last tip I can think of right now is what I call the tactical retreat, live to fight another day type thing. You can see my ammo is getting very low. So instead of trying to fight this out, I believe there's 2 dogs in there, 2 warhounds. So I drop my turret here to kind of slow them down, and I'm actually going to run all the way back to the beginning of this floor because I'm on floor 93. If I die here, I go all the way back down to floor 91. Whereas if I beat that floor, it's a new checkpoint. So I don't want to waste my time. So I'd rather waste a little time here, run all the way back, restock my ammo, and go take care of those warhounds because I would not have enough ammo to take out 2 warhounds, especially because I'm running with ND on. So a rifle wouldn't be as good as an AR. So I'm going to get back and get my ammo just so I can make sure I clear this floor. That's all the tips I have for now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please hit that like button below. If there are any tips you'd like to add to the list, or if there are any specific areas of the summit that you're having trouble with, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them and help anywhere I can. If you'd like to see more content like this, then please smash the subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Maniocrity, where I stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'd be happy to answer any additional questions live with you. So until next time, agents, happy hunting.